All right. How are you settling into the New Jersey, New York area?
Well, I kind of grew up here for a little bit. So it's nice to be back home. I'm like 45 minutes from my parents, so it's close enough and far enough away. But I love New Jersey. I can appreciate having all the seasons. I'm ready for the cold to go away. But I do like kind of everything that New Jersey has to offer off the field, which is a big part, I think, for athletes that people don't really think about. And then obviously on the field, we're doing well. So yeah, it's been nice settling back in home.
Awesome. It looks like I'm not sure if hands can be raised at this point. Oh, we can. We will start with Jenna Tonelli. Jenna, go ahead.
Hi, Kristen. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time. So two questions. So the first one is just about the upcoming game with OL Reign, a team that you guys have already faced this season, one of your anomaly losses. So just kind of what are you looking forward to with playing them again? What are some of maybe the takeaways from the last time you played them, and how do you hope to take away the 3 points this time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing teams that have a history of being in the top is always fun because, we want to compete with the best. I think, playing them at our first home game feels like forever ago, but it wasn't too long ago. But I think even in that short amount of time, like we've grown so much as a team. So I'm really looking forward to, getting back out there and competing with them on their home turf. I feel like any away game, you kind of have nothing to lose. You try and go steal a point or three, which is exactly what we're going to try to do. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the challenge. And I think we're up for it. I think we've grown. So it should be a good game come this Sunday.
Awesome. Great to hear. And so my other question is, I don't know if you know this, but at the last home game, ball that you kicked ended up in the press box, and it was a little we were a little bit startled. And I think in like
Sorry.
covering the team, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. I was just curious if you saw us get our trophy ball.
Oh my gosh, I didn't. I'm sorry if I hit anyone.
No,
I
we also
probably, as soon as it left my foot, I was probably already thinking of my next job that I had to do. But yeah, I'm glad that I could be the first to
oh yeah,
make
yes.
it happen.
All right. Thanks so much, Kristen.
No problem.
All right. Our next question will go to Jennifer Williams. Jennifer, go ahead.
Hi, Kristen. Thank you for doing this. Kind of piggybacking off of Jenna's question. As you mentioned, you're now on their turf. They took one from you at home. How does this club capitalize on that kind of opportunity, especially when you think about what's going on with kind of the standings in the league as well? Because it's a huge opportunity to move in sole possession of second place.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like it's still very early in the season, but we do take a look at the table here and there, and this is going to be a big 3 points up for grabs. And like I said before, we've grown a lot as a team. We've been working really, really hard. So we do expect to go there and compete, and we'll see what the outcome is. But we've been working hard, and we're definitely ready to compete with them this weekend for sure.
Great, thank you.
All right, a reminder, if you have questions, to please click the raise hand icon. I'm going to go through another one from JJ Pavlik, and then it looks like there's one in the chat from Stacy Podolsky. From JJ, how are you finding the formation and the system used by the team?
I mean, yeah, I like it. It's fun to kind of be moved around a little bit. I feel like that's my MO for my entire career. But playing a 4-4-2, we just kind of work to our strengths, and I think Juan does a really good job of putting people in positions where they're going to be successful. Obviously defensively, like we've had quite a few clean sheets, which is really nice. Lynn's on a roll scoring goals. We've also had a lot of people contribute to our goals and defending and kind of keeping the ball out of our own net. So I think as a whole, we're all still trying to really figure out our partnerships. But at least playing kind of the same formation for most of our games definitely helps, with everybody kind of knowing like what is expected in each spot, so that as we do rotate and we are playing with other people, there's, standard of what should be done. But yeah, I like it. I like 4-4-2. I like 4-3-3. yeah, it's been a lot of fun playing with the girls.
All right, we have a question in the chat from Stacy Podolsky. Is there any, oh, here we go. What did the team do well in the draw versus Orlando?
Kept a clean sheet. For sure. Yeah, I think, obviously, like me personally being a defender, that's like I want to win every game. But, coming out with a clean sheet is definitely one of my goals for every game. If we do our job as the defenders and keep the ball at the back of the net, it only gives the rest of our team the ability to win the game. And I think we did have chances to do so. They're not going to come off all the time, but as long as we can, do our job back there and keep, as I said, the ball out of the back of our net, we're always going to have a chance up top. So, yeah, just leave it at that.
All right, we will go back to Jenna Tonelli.
Can't hear you. Okay.
So yeah, you kind of mentioned, and this is something that I'd asked a few of your teammates at the Orlando game. Something we saw on full display was just Gotham's versatility, and you are included in that hugely with center back slotting over to outside back. So, how as a player, how do you approach that from, a training perspective when obviously the role of center back and outside back are very, very different?
Yeah, there's a lot more running for one of those. No, but I mean, I feel like I've done this my entire career. I've never played one season at one position. So for me, it's kind of just like another day at the office. I'm extremely used to it. You kind of just go into each day being like, this is what your job is today. Do your job well. Tomorrow you might have something else to do, but just to kind of stay present, stay in the moment, and do what your team needs you to do at that moment.
Awesome. And I did have, oh, yes, my other question. So, obviously getting the clean sheet is a huge thing with the game against Orlando. And Abby Smith was playing out of her mind. So just, your comments on her, on playing in front of her and her performance, not just in that game, but overall this season.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a comfort level with Abby. I played with her in Kansas City my very first year with them. So, having her behind me is amazing. I know that, if we need her to come up with one big save a game, she can do that. If you look at my reaction, her last save of the game, I was hyped. But we're close off the field. We're close on the field. I think Abby's a great goalkeeper, and I think she is only going to go up from here. And as you guys can see, she's saved our butts a couple of times. So hopefully this weekend we can, let her chill a little bit. But yeah, no, I love having Abby back there, and I have all the confidence in the world in her for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much for your time, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, another one from JJ. Oh, actually, we'll go to Jennifer Williams real quick. I saw her pop up.
So, Kristen, I have a little bit of a random question for you. Have you been able to catch any of the documentary on HBO about Angel City FC?
I haven't watched it yet, but I do plan on doing so. I guess
my question is just, what does it mean to you to have the sport highlighted, especially in such a way? There's been, you have Ted Lasso, you have the actual documentary, but now it's like trickling into the NWSL, and again, the sport's just being highlighted, and it's such a big year, given the fact that it's a World Cup year.
Yeah, I mean, any chance that we get an opportunity to, put the spotlight on women's sports, women's soccer, to be more specific, is a win for us. We've been fighting for so long to try and get more eyes on us. So I think that anytime that a team is able to do so, it's amazing. And it's only just going to continue to help grow the sport, grow the women's game. I think it's amazing that, women's soccer players are being put on platforms, and, people are gaining more respect for us as athletes. And I can't wait to watch that documentary. And I hope that more people come on board and, support us as well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. What challenges in your next match are you looking forward to most? And this is another question from JJ.
I mentioned before, that they've consistently been one of the top teams in the league. And And I love a challenge, love playing, the best of the best. So I'm really just looking forward to, the challenge. They did take 3 points from us when they came to us. So, we obviously want to return the favor to them. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to the battle. I think it's gonna be a really good game. And I'm excited to get out there and get another one under our belt for sure.
All right, thank you. We will go to Jenna Tonelli again.
I know, I'm back. I keep having more questions. So, there had been some chatter today that the next home game for Gotham, June 4th, is slated to have maybe some of the biggest attendance all year. How important is it as a player, to obviously every player wants those stands full, but how much extra motivation does having those fans in the stands, like that 12th player, fuel you as a player, and especially at your hometown?
Yeah, honestly, it's massive. Like when you have the environment and the fans are included, it just gives you that little extra push on the field. You get a little bit more excited to play for them. And, hearing the noise, them creating this atmosphere for us and play in front of them, it's just exciting stuff. And as loud as it is, like when we go play away, I'll just use the LA game, for example. It's so loud in there that you can't hear your teammate talk to you. So I'm trying to scream a direction and the person 10 feet from me can't hear. You know what I mean? So it definitely helps, they are that 12th man for us. And it's also, it can be intimidating, for the opposing team. But being able to kind of look in the stands and hear the support, feel the support, it just gives you that little extra motivation to kind of go out there and kill it for, everyone involved, everyone watching. But it is super special when, we kind of fill those seats, and our fans have been amazing all season long so far. And hopefully they continue to come out and support us and put more people in the seats as well.
That's right. Awesome. All right. That is truly it for me. Thank you again.
Thanks.
Okay, last call for questions from Defender Kristen Edmonds. Any final questions? All right, Kristen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with Gotham FC head coach Juan Carlos Amores.
Cool. Bye, guys.